question of the day. Can therapy turn a gay person straight?
As we speak, a special committee of the American Psychological Association is reviewing the research. They're trying to determine the answer to that question.
The process is called conversion therapy, and one man has a definite opinion on the subject.
Pretty much on our first date, I knew that I was in love with her.
Alan and Leslie appear to have the ideal family. Married for 10 years, 2 children, but before they wed, Alan lived a much different life.
I was gay.
He says he used to be homosexual, feelings that first surfaced in 6th grade.
The first person that I was really attracted to was another kid in my class. I remember thinking, oh, I wish I was a girl so I could be his girlfriend. It was an immediate conflict, something that every night I went to bed praying would go away, only to wake up the next morning feeling exactly the same way. I didn't ask for it, I didn't want it, and something diametrically opposed to what I had grown up being taught.
By 18, he was dating men, living a gay lifestyle, but emotionally, he was at odds.
It was a combination of giving in at times to the thoughts and to the fantasies and to behaviors, and at the same time feeling tremendously guilty and condemned when those things occurred. And it was a walking conflict.
He turned to Exodus International, a faith-based group claiming to help people overcome homosexuality. After years of therapy, Alan made a decision.
I realized this isn't who I want to be. I chose to pursue a life apart from homosexuality.
He decided to be straight, eventually meeting and marrying Leslie.
I've never really worried about Alan going back to his homosexuality, that he's always pursued me first, and so I've always had the confidence that he loved me.
Despite the fact that my feelings, I had lingering feelings, lingering attractions, I no longer wanted a relationship with a man. I used to be a gay man, and I'm not today.
He's right here with us, Alan Chambers and his wife, Leslie.
We also have conversion therapist Jason Graves and Peterson Toscano. He calls himself an ex-gay survivor, and we're going to get the definition of that in just a second. But let's start with you. Okay, so first of all, we heard that in the package there. You were a young kid, and you were attracted to men. Were you not attracted to women?
I wasn't. You know, when I was about 6th grade, my guy friends were attracted to little girls, and
Sure.
I was attracted to my guy friends. So it was something that was a huge conflict for me starting then.
And then at age...
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, at age 18, what happened?
Well, at age 18, I'm sitting in a place where I can decide what I want to do with my life. And though I didn't want to be gay, it was something that was appealing to me. And at the same time, I'm trying to decide, I don't want to do this, but these are my feelings. I chose to pursue both.
Why did you not want to be gay? What's wrong with being gay?
Well, for me, it was conflict with, number one, my faith, but who I wanted to be, everything that I thought was, everything I wanted to be in life. I wanted to be a husband, a father, you name it. And certainly society played into that at the time. But it was different than what I'd imagined my life being.
But you could be a husband and a father. You could adopt and live with a man, marry a man.
You can't, and that's why I chose to live out my homosexual feelings and desires for a period of time, trying to see if that was what would make me happy.
But you said that lifestyle was empty. Why?
What I found was that homosexuality was for the young. There was a time when I wasn't going to have hair anymore. There was a time when I wasn't going to work out every day and lay out in the sun and be as much a commodity as I was when I was 18, 19 years old.
But I know chubby, bald gay men.
I do too.
Old?
I do too. But you know, what I found was, for me, that was empty. The relationships that I found myself in, I had great friends. I'm not saying that I couldn't find great friendships in the gay community, but I didn't find relationships that never saw a relationship that
something happened there, because you said that that there was a point in your life where you were going through some personal issues, and the people that you could rely on happened to be straight people. Your gay friends weren't there for you. So do you feel like maybe
wife.
Yeah.
I am attracted
Well,
to my
how'd
wife.
you
in
click
every
over
way.
to it? All of a sudden, Leslie's attractive to you.
Well, you know, it wasn't like a light switch. I didn't wake up one morning and go, oh, I think I'm going to try to be straight today, and it all of a sudden worked. For me, it was a long process, and what I found was that it was rigorous. It wasn't hocus pocus. It was just, I made a decision. This isn't who I want to be,
So
and
you do this
regardless of whether
conversion
I'm going to
therapy.
find a relationship with a woman or not, I want to pursue something.
Now, there are a lot of folks out there who are probably, Jason, saying, you know, he's just telling himself that he's not attracted because he doesn't want to live this lifestyle. He's forcing himself not to feel the feelings that he really does have. What is your response to that?
Well, there are people that say that for sure, but all I know is that people want to have these options, have these alternatives to be able to pursue change if they'd like. That's what America's all about, is about options, choices, and freedom.
Okay, so, he wants to make the choice. Conversion therapy is what you do. How do you turn a gay man straight?
Well, I don't really look at,
Take
good question.
us through the exercises.
Yeah, Mike, well, we'd need another show, so
well, just
do
give
it
me
tomorrow. But,
try to mix them in here a little bit, because
sure.
I've got to know what you're
You
doing in
bet.
this therapy session.
Basically, we help people look at the issues in their life, just like any therapy would do, the things that they're unhappy about, the things maybe from their past that they're unsettled, and we help them walk through that and grow through that. So a little bit bigger than the moment in terms of the span of the question, but essentially there are factors, Mike, that are common amongst my clients and many people who pursue this type of
Give me
help.
one.
Well, there are several, but I'll give you a few. There's neurological factors, psychological factors. In other words, things having to do with the brain, things having to do with the spirit or the psyche, our feelings,
Some
our
people were born
relationships,
gay.
so family things. Okay.
Some people were born gay.
Right. Well. Okay. So
Are there not?
well, I don't know if I'm really qualified to answer that question, but I know that I was born as a person, and I want to help people look at things globally and treat the whole person, not just their sexuality, because we are more than that, of course. And I'm speaking not just as a person who helps people, and I'm not a conversion therapist. I'm just a person who helps people through therapy. But I've also walked this road myself, and so I'm a person who's come out of these same gender attractions.
Peterson, you call yourself an ex-gay survivor. We want to know that is. We have to take a quick break, and when we come back,